Now here's a young lady, here's really cool. Now she's been thinking about her idea for years. She loves riding around bicycles all the time. And she went to grad school actually for a year in like London and used a bike all the time. But her problem was she couldn't have a way to, have like a trunk you have in a car. So she was thinking about having cars, taxis, and things like that, but she had to put her shoes, her high heel shoes when she wore sneakers that want to go out at night, and things like that. So she always said, hey, wouldn't it be cool that if a bike had a little trunk on the back that you could lock and put stuff in there, or even use it as a big carrier to get things back from the market instead of those little, wiry baskets. So she worked on this invention for years, just in her mind while she was doing full-time jobs. She didn't have a lot of money and at risk capital and things like that. And she finally found some help to have her design this cool looking box that you lock on the back of your bike. And you can lock stuff in it and everything. And she's raising now $80,000. On a crowdfunding site to go into production to give these things out to people, And it's neat. She even has them for Christmas gifts. She can't make them by Christmas, but she has a deal. She sends you want to give it as a Christmas gift to somebody, she sends a little gift saying, and with a picture and a t-shirt and things like that, you're going to be one of the first in your neighborhood to get the new bicycle trunk called the Buck-a-Boot. Watch it. Well, Catherine Carlson with a Buck-a-Boot. I can't even say it. But you got a trunk. You got a trunk for your bicycle. Now I can put all my stuff in the back of my bicycle and don't have to worry about it. And you're raising money. So it's an idea you've had for a while, right?
Yeah, I first had the idea about 7 years ago while I was biking around London in grad school. And literally, it seems like a minor problem, but I was going out one night, and I was meeting friends at a club, and I had this dilemma. Do I wear these cute shoes that I wear at the club, biking all the way across London, or do I carry these tennis shoes, but I definitely don't want to carry tennis shoes into a club.
Right.
And I thought, I really just want a trunk on my bike, where I can leave stuff and not have to carry it all the time.
But it's a gorgeous piece. You have one right there. Is that it? It looks like.
Here it is.
Yeah.
You can see it a bit.
Yeah, wonderful. And that
It's
wood
half
on.
open, half closed.
Wow. That is so nice. And the wood on top. Close the two tops because that makes it look. Can you close the other half too?
Yeah. So what it does. So the point is that we wanted to give you the flexibility of an open bike basket.
Right.
So you can use it when it's open and pile stuff in, like a grocery bag.
I see.
Carry a bunch of stuff. But then you can also close it and leave stuff on your bike when you don't want to carry everything with you.
And it locks.
Lock it down. Yeah.
And locks secure. And the whole unit locks on the bike, so you have to steal the whole bike if you want it, right?
So it secures to any back bike rack. And it secures from the inside, so that when it's closed and locked, there's nothing to remove.
Well, that is just a beautiful.
It's a very simple mechanism, but it works.
So, are you a designer that designed this whole thing, or what?
Well, I guess I'm a designer in my head. I've been sketching this out for many years. But no, by day I'm an economist.
I see.
And so I spend most of my time designing models on Excel. And so I've been over the years meeting and working with a bunch of different designers and engineers who could help me bring this to fruition. So I mentioned to you. Oh, sorry.
You're saying that an economist full-time could have an idea for a boot trunk, or for a trunk for your bicycle, and get it done, and now you're raising money on Kickstarter, crowdfunding, and you're almost up to $85,000, and you got a few more days to go.
I know, so everyone go to Kickstarter right now. Buka-Boot.
Right, Buka-Boot. And where does Buka come from? Why is it Buka-Boot?
Yeah. So Kickstarter's been great. We're really excited about where we're at. And like you said, we have...
But the name, where does Buka? What's the name Buka from?
Well, you can probably figure out where the boot comes from. Like I said, I had this idea when I was in London.
Right.
So I started talking about it and we nicknamed it. And Buka is actually, my full name is actually Catherine Buczynski Carlson.
Ooh. I see.
Both my parents kept their names.
I
And
see.
so my first email address I ever got, I used the first two letters of each of my names, so Kabuka. And so we were playing around with names. It was actually my aunt who said, "How about the Buka Boot?"
Really?
And it kind of stuck. It stuck.
So you got to
everyone,
pull.
it's funny. I'm letting the secret out now to a worldwide audience, but everyone's been wondering, what does the Buka mean? Where does it come from?
So now you found a new market. Polish Americans are going to love this, right?
Actually, yeah, exactly. I'm going to go sell it in Chicago. And we actually just got a blog in Warsaw today that
Really?
says you love us, which is great.
But on Kickstarter, so you just have to go to Kickstarter.
Over there to promote it.
Right. Well, I would think, we're going to be more like Europe and have more bicycles all over this country. And Washington, D.C. is full of both my kids don't want cars. They have bicycles,
I love it.
Yeah, which seems un-American, but this is where we're going.
The bike, I don't think we should think of it as un-American.
Yeah.
We love getting around. And
Absolutely.
the best ways to get around.
Right.
And actually, our tagline for Buka Boot is "Hello Freedom," and I think that plays into
Yes.
American sense of freedom, because the bike really gives you the ultimate freedom of transportation, right?
You park it anywhere, you get through traffic, you're going to get there before anybody else. Yeah, and it costs you a zip.
Give yourselves 2 weeks of riding in the city.
Yeah.
And tell me that you're not addicted, because it's the best way to get around.
Yeah, no, I believe, and this is where we're going as a country. I mean, I'm even out in the suburb from Washington, and we have bike share all over town here instead of trying, because the smart, hip people that are creating jobs in this country know bikes are it. So if you want them in your community, you got to have bikes. It has to be bike friendly.
Less time at the gym then, right? So
Pardon me?
You have to spend less time at the gym, so it solves two purposes.
Right. Right. It certainly does. Oh, this is a fantastic idea. And you're almost there. And actually, one of the offers you have on Kickstarter is for Christmas. Even though you're not going to have production done, you'll get a Christmas gift for your loved one or friend that they're going to get one of the first Buka Boots. Huh?
Exactly. Or for Hanukkah or Kwanzaa.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, we don't want to be.
Celebrate in December. Although Hanukkah's early this year, so. So a lot of friends have asked, like, oh, I really want to buy this for so-and-so for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we're not going to have it ready then, but we'll put a nice little gift box together. We'll send a T-shirt and a picture of the Buka Boot that they're going to get, all wrapped up with a bow, and you can just give it to your friends or loved ones for the holidays.
Well, that's great. Anybody rides a bike would love this, because they're probably not going to hear about it for a while. And they'll be the first one to have a Buka Boot. Yeah.
Exactly.
On their blog.
I definitely want to be the first one.
Absolutely. Right. So to find out, just go to Kickstarter.com and search for Buka Boot. Unless you have a separate website for you, Buka Boot, or not?
Yeah, it's just bukaboot.com. But right now, it only sends you to Kickstarter. So.
Okay, so bukaboot.com is the place to go. And you find Catherine's Buka Boot working on this for 6-7 years. She's got the most handsome, trunk for your bicycle you'll ever see in your life, right?
We believe that, and we hope that's the case.
Well, it is. I mean, all this plastic nonsense they have out there. This is sexy and stylish, Catherine. Thanks for being there.
It's funny. That was one of the words that I've been using for this whole thing. It's like, I want something that's sexy.
Yeah.
Like bike products are not
exactly
sexy, and we need to do that. And you had asked me before, but I ended up finding this great team, this designers from Guns and Glory, and engineers and designers from Tomorrow Lab, and they've been great, and they've helped me. I think what they've done is they really understood my vision.
I see.
We all were on the same page, trying to make a product that was both beautiful and purposeful.
Well, if you're not an economist, you don't understand things, and the same way, if you're not a designer, you don't know how to understand those things.
I don't know that that's true.
Well,
think economics is overly complicated.
Right.
Step back. It's all logic. It's all pure logic.
It is, but I guess it's making the right connections. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so you have to be around long enough to be able to see those connections, and I guess your designers are able to do, and have this beautiful product for you, which now you're going to share with the world, and use a crowdfunding source that's. You're going to get that money, so everybody's going to have a Buka Boot soon.
Exactly. Because all of your followers followers are going to go on and check it out. Our rewards start as low as $10.
Really? Wow. Terrific. And also, most important thing to me about all this, you're helping a new idea in life that we need. I mean, we need, new stuff. We don't need no more of this old normal stuff we have. We need new stuff and encouraging new ideas so that we evolve as a society and be able to compete better in the world. And that's what you're doing for us.
Yeah, part of what I feel my mission is with this is if I can make it slightly easier and more convenient for people to choose their bikes instead of their cars. Yeah. That's good for all of us. So.
Yeah. So okay. Next year it's the Nobel Peace Prize then. Yeah.
Well, if you keep pushing it for me, that'd be
okay. Okay. Thank you again.
Yourself from that.
Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. It's nice to meet you and.
It's really nice to meet you.
Wonderful
Thanks
work.
so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Hey, it's worth it. Look at the neat stuff you're doing.
Next time we'll grab a beer in DC. And
You bet. I'll be down in Annis Morgan.
Well, excellent.
Take care.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Now, isn't that cool? See, I mean, if you have an idea, what it usually takes is time. You don't need a lot of money nowadays to do your ideas. You need time to develop it well. And that's, I think, the key to so many things in life. Taking the patience and thinking through something. Saying, hey, let's put on a show in the barn. You need that kind of enthusiasm, but you still need the patience to think through the best way so you can offer it to people. And they think it's important. And if they think it's important too, then they give you money in crowdfunding like she's getting. So this is the way. Think through your idea carefully. That doesn't take money, to think. It just takes some time. And then you could go out and raise money. The crowd will give you money if you have a good idea. And also going on crowdfunding like she did, even if you fail. So the crowd will tell you it's not a good idea and you got to go back to the drawing board. Now that's good too. Because then you'll come out with a better idea.